Hi guys, welcome to another episode of African Travel Now with Trevor. I've convinced Kultwano to be on the podcast. I'll ask her to introduce herself and what she does.
Hi everyone, my name is Kultwano Monyai. I'm an artist, a curator, a scholar. I'm based in Pretoria.
And how has COVID-19 changed the way that you create, changed the way that you look at the world, and like changed like your perspective on either creating, consuming, interacting, and being with art?
It's been like 3 years now. We're on the fourth year after COVID, and
Are we after?
is it after or after the peak of COVID, so to say? And I must say that during the time and between then and now, I have learnt a lot in terms of I'm an artist, in terms of actually making sure that I can't really depend on one thing as an artist. I need to do other things in order to, feed myself. So meaning that I have to wear different hats. Every opportunity that comes my way, I have to take it. But at the same time, the pressure of surviving and the pressure of being relevant, the pressure of also exposure on social media, one has to regulate it, just like when you're regulating your nervous system. So I've been learning a lot from myself, basically how I'm functioning around the art industry. Also how I need to be relevant in terms of my production, and also keep experimenting so that I can find my language. And also one thing that I learned is that it's okay to change mediums, because I was painting before COVID-19. I still painted in 2020, but moving forward, I started using plastic materials to crochet, to weave, and to experiment even more. And that work was a bit different to what I was doing, and I had the courage to actually change. Literally, it looked like I switched up, but that's one thing I learned, and that's one thing I can share with the rest of the artists, that it's not a crime. It's not a shame for you to literally change from one medium to another while the audience is looking at you. I mean, those who support your work and those who really want to acquire and collect your work will definitely do that, even if you do change mediums. Just need to keep being authentic, and changing is part of being authentic. I think that's the thing I can share.
Yeah, and like you answered all the questions in one go. That's the first. That's the first, by the way. But like, so like taking all that in, right, and then putting it like to the one thing. Like if we were to say like, what is the one thing then that COVID taught you? Like after all this experience, or through this experience that we're in through the COVID-19 pandemic, because they didn't say like, oh, we're stopping now, the COVID is finished. So like, what's the experience? What's the one thing that it has taught you?
To take risks.
Take risks.
To take risks. So if you have an idea, or if you want to do something, for example, if you just want to live, take the risk first, because you don't know what's going to happen tomorrow. I mean, COVID came with a lot of losses, I'm not going to lie. Even before that, there were losses, but during COVID, even now, there's a lot of losses. But the one important thing is to keep taking risk and believing that you're taking them for a reason, and eventually they'll pay off.
Yeah, and yes, guys, take risks. Take risks. Like that's the name of this episode, by the way. But anyway, for people that are interested, like in collecting your work, and collecting your work, like buying and giving you their money, why should they do that?
Why should they do that? They should do that because they are investing in history in a way. They're investing in archival work that archives South African women experiences, work that speaks of the lifestyle in a way of black women, work that speaks of the environment, and how a society can literally DIY, do what it can with what it has. And my work should be collected because it's timeless in terms of material. I mean, I'm using non-biodegradable material, and I am weaving like how my grandmother used to do it, and many other women within Africa weaving and braiding techniques and crocheting techniques, they're historical techniques. So I think, and also having to tell stories using those mediums, it's a unique thing, to kind of integrate the contemporary lifestyle and also link the traditional ways of living and teaching through families and through communities. It's basically a story that many would relate to, and also when one looks at my work, there's that nostalgic thing or feeling that you get, and I want people to collect my work because of the stories, because of what they see and feel when they look at the work. It might not necessarily be the thing or the intentions I had, but my intentions is for them to feel something. When you feel something and you like it and then you want to buy it and keep it within your home, and it adds to the aesthetics. And remember that crocheting and weaving, by that time, even now it still happens, we use those products in our own homes. So why not have an artwork sitting on your wall?
Yeah, and for people who are within the works and they want to decorate their homes, they want to invest their money in the way, how do they do it? Is there an Instagram? Is there a website? Is there a WhatsApp hotline? How do they get in touch with you?
So I'm available on Instagram. That's where I'm mainly available. Yes, my email is there. My number is also there. That's Lohamano_studios, meaning make a plan, by the way, so it's one a term. Also, I work with Candace Berman Gallery. You can check through their website. That's where you'll find my catalogs and my works that are from years back. And yes, definitely call me or call the gallery, and then you'll find my work.
Yes, guys. So I will put in description in the thing. Yes. Then now we've got an AI transcriber that can transcribe names. So check that out. There's the transcript in the link in bio, whatever, and go on the Instagram, find an email, send a thing to the gallery, and then get the catalog. Bye. And last question, for people that are coming through to Pretoria or are in Johannesburg, what's the one travel tip that you can share with them?
Travel tip, guys, come to Pretoria. Pretoria is huge. You have the suburbs, you have the townships, you have the CBD.
And you've got the Africana side.
Yes, you have Centurion, you have Hatfield. All these spaces are different, but they're beautiful. You need to know them all and enjoy them all. But one art space that I would like people to visit is the Javet Art Center. It's an incredible space. Engage with it. It's amazing. And definitely don't leave Pretoria without going there.
Okay, guys, travel tip. Go to the Javet Art Center in Pretoria. Link in description. Go through, support African art, buy her work. The link is there. So buy, you don't have an excuse. If you can't buy, follow her, send her a DM supporting the work, encouraging words, and tell her that you love the work and one day you'll collect. But till the next episode, bye. Share with your friends also.